The Count of Monte Cristo contains mature content, including violence, suicide, discriminatory language, and other traumatic themes. Listener discretion is advised.
Who's there?
Valentine, wait. It's me. It's Maximilien.
You startled me.
Forgive me. There was a guard, so I thought it was best to stay concealed.
How I wish I could see you.
I wish I could kiss you.
I wish we did not have to hide. Stepmother has asked much of me lately. It was difficult to leave without being noticed.
Are you still taking care of your grandfather?
And my brother, and whatever needs stepmother has in the moment. I am barely allowed to leave the house. Seeing you is the only thing I look forward to.
Have you spoken to your father about your engagement?
No, I have not. I have not found the courage to ask. Father is busy with work, but he wants the engagement to proceed as planned. Franz d'Epinay is a good man. I just don't want to marry him.
Franz does not want to marry you either. Nothing to do with you, of course. You are perfect.
Stop.
I mean it, Valentine. You are the kindest, most open-hearted, beautiful woman in all of Paris.
And I have made you hide in a shrub to see me.
I would hide in 100 shrubs for 5 minutes with you.
Are you out there?
I wish I had the answer to our prayers.
I need time, but I will think of something.
Time is what we do not have.
Who would deny two lovers their eternal happiness? When can I see you again?
He is here!
Is it Franz?
It's not for me. They're here for stepmother. I believe he is the Count of Monte Cristo. Good afternoon.
There you are! Oh, I apologize, Count. My stepdaughter is not usually loafing in the garden.
It is no trouble at all, Madame de Villefort. Time spent outdoors provides an imperative clarity to one's mind and spirit.
Yes, well, formally, may I present my stepdaughter, Valentine? You've already met my son, Edouard, and this is Monsieur Nortier de Villefort. As you may have noticed from his chair.
Paralysis.
Precisely. Though he is completely immobile, he can communicate minimally. Much to our joy.
I didn't do it.
Of course you didn't, sweetheart. I know he did, but we have so many more teacups, it barely matters. Refreshment?
Thank you, but no. I am here to present you and your husband with this.
Oh, how thoughtful! What is it?
An invitation. As I have recently finalized my newest property, I thought I would perhaps entertain.
This is your house on the Champs-Élysées.
A second property, across the river.
Oh, how quaint. I love the country.
Is across the river not still Paris, stepmother?
Well said, mademoiselle. Though not in the heart of Paris, I assure you the property is excellently equipped.
I cannot wait to see it. We will, of course, attend.
I look forward to your attendance.
Will you not stay, Count?
Alas, I must complete my calls. It is an intimate affair, and courtesy requires I invite the rest of the guests myself.
Thank you for visiting. And we shall see you soon.
Indeed.
What a pity. Had he shown any interest in you, we could have revised your engagement. This tea is too cold. Provide something warmer.
Oui, madame.
And do not growl at me, Nortier. Franz d'Épinay is an excellent match for Valentine. Whether you agree or no.
It's all right. I am simply happy to be used to my family.
What? What is that? What is he doing?
He is blinking, stepmother. It's one of the ways he communicates.
Is this a language for this blinking?
No, though I believe he and Barra have a system of some kind.
Barrois!
Oui, madame.
Translate this. What is it? What is it that he's saying?
He appears to be frustrated.
Yes, I know that. Thank you. Anything else? Anything else about Valentine? Her engagement? His will? Something?
No.
Very well. Remove him.
Yes, madame.
Bring him to the garden or something. You too, Valentine. Go back to your plants.
Yes, stepmother.
Mon chou.
I'm telling you, Lucian, it's going to be dreadful. Well done.
I have been practicing, and I doubt the engagement will be as bad as you say.
Maybe if I had a choice in the matter, but I do not. Father has his eye on Eugenie Danglars.
More like his eyes on her purse strings. What does your mother say?
Nothing. I know she doesn't like her, but she refuses to say anything not neutral.
How so?
If I were to ask again, Maman, what do you think of Eugenie Danglars? She would say that her hair is brown, or that she is the daughter of a family friend.
Or that she could easily pass as a man.
Lucian!
What, Albert? She'll hear me with her gigantic ears.
Messieurs, may I present?
Monte Cristo! What an excellent surprise!
Tell us, Count, are you any good at billiards? I am in need of a better partner.
I'm not that bad.
Debatable.
Apologies, gentlemen. I cannot stay for a full game. I am here to deliver these. Though I admit, Monsieur Debray, I expected to find you with the Danglars instead of here.
I am not there that often.
A dinner party! Oh, I am honored, Count.
I have left an invitation for your parents as well.
Oh, no! This is for Saturday.
It is.
We are traveling, Count. Oh, I am devastated that I cannot attend.
I'm still available.
Good.
You shall have to host again so I can attend. Lucian, you must tell me everything that happens and what everything looks like.
We will see plenty of each other, Viscount. You need not worry of that.
Tell me, who else is attending? Is it everyone in Paris except for me?
Not at all. The property is smaller than my primary residence.
But no less grand, I imagine.
I would hope not.
Albert, do you remember that time Maximilien Morel tried to host us?
Oh, it was dreadful. We know that he doesn't have any money, but he could have put in some effort.
His sister made the food. Herself.
And the rooms are so small. Barely any space for hosting.
You would think he would have learned something from us by this point. But no.
Poor Morel.
Literally and figuratively.
Perhaps I shall invite him as well.
Yes, teach him something, please.
You know, he once asked me how to play the financial markets.
Awkward.
It wouldn't have been, had I been sure he could understand it.
You are familiar with the stock exchanges, then?
Oh, yes. Lucian tells me all of the good gossip that he gets through work.
Albert.
Though the really good stuff gets to his lovers first.
I will stake you with this cue stick.
I am joking! Joking! We are all friends, are we not? What's a secret or two between friends? How about a drink? As friends?
Yes, let us drink to your engagement.
Please, no.
Albert's father wishes him to marry Eugenie Danglars.
And this is not ideal?
She looks like a page boy.
My mother does not like her, but she is quite wealthy.
Astonishingly so.
As long as Madame Danglars continues to trade with her inside information. You almost hit me!
I gave you fair warning I would throw it at you. Apologies, Count. You are collateral damage.
I have been missed by a hair.
Excellent. Now then, drinks?
Again, I must decline.
Right. More invitations to the party I cannot attend.
We will probably still be here once you have finished.
Even then, I will have matters to attend to.
You are no fun, Count. No fun at all.
So long as you're doing something interesting.
Always, Monsieur Debray. Always.
We are going to be late. You there?
Oui, madame?
Where is my husband?
I believe he's dressing, madame.
You believe?
Mama, I want to go too.
No, my pet. You must stay here with grandfather.
Grandfather
It is very
is
important that you
boring.
spend time with him and that he likes you. Do you understand?
I want to go to the party.
Stop wailing, Edouard. Is the carriage here?
For ages.
There is no benefit to arriving early.
Adieu, mon chou.
Ma.
You would be wise to endear yourself to the Count.
He would be wise to endear himself to me.
I'm not implying that we grovel. Rather, we should always maintain our central positions within our social circles.
I do not have time for that.
Which is why I'm in charge. Leave the flattery and endearment to me. Just be yourself or something. Everyone who warms to us is an asset to Edouard's future.
And Valentine's.
Naturally.
Monsieur Villefort,
What is it?
your father asked me to relay this message.
Has his mind gone?
What is that? What does it say?
My father does not approve of Valentine's engagement to Franz d'Epernay and is threatening to write her out of his will.
Just Valentine?
He will redistribute his wealth to charity.
What? What about Edouard?
Everything I have done for my father, yet he continues to threaten my livelihood.
Absolutely preposterous.
It is my generosity that keeps him alive.
A complete barbarian.
Do you need something, Bawa?
Would you like me to relay a response?
No.
You windbag of a man.
Bon voyage.
An absolute swine. How dare he?
The man can't control his own faculties, yet attempts to control his only son. I am the crown prosecutor to his majesty. I direct his will, not bend to others.
This cannot stand. But really, darling, we must be going. Auteuil is not a long ride, but it is not short either.
Auteuil?
Yes,
Why are we going to Auteuil?
because that is where the Count is hosting us, his estate in Auteuil. We can discuss your father on the way.
My father is irrelevant here. I simply was not aware the Count was hosting us in Auteuil.
Is there an issue?
No, of course not. No issue at all. We are ready to go to Auteuil.
Astounding. Thank you.
Monsieur Morel.
Good evening. Bertuccio, was it? Thank you. Or thank the Count for having me.
Come in.
Am I the first one here?
Indeed.
Oh, wow. It's splendid.
Thank you.
We are fortunate all arrived in time.
Monsieur le Comte. Mademoiselle,
Hi there.
Yes, of course. My apologies. Thank you both for the invitation.
I did not choose the guest list. Excuse me.
Have I offended her?
No more than any other Parisian.
That is unfortunate. I should hope we could become friends.
A friend of Albert de Morcerf is a friend of mine.
I will hope to be friends in our own right, Monsieur le Comte.
Time will tell.
Is this the painting? The March on Versailles?
It is.
I have heard of this piece, but never seen it in person.
Does it offend you?
Because of His Majesty? No. I admit I am not particularly involved in politics. It is just that October 5th is an important day for me. My father was on the brink of losing everything when I was young, and on October 5th, he was saved. It was anonymous, so we never could thank our benefactor, but I try to do a kind deed every October 5th to balance out the scales, so to speak.
It appears your father raised you well.
Both of us. Julie, my sister, and I. Our father passed away a few years ago, but we do our best to live up to his name. You are most welcome to visit, though I am sure you are highly engaged. Julie and I do not have much, but we do have a happy home, which matters, I think.
I would be honored to call upon you both.
It is just a temporary dip in the market. This always happens. We act on information, there's a slight dip, and then the price increases, and so do our profits.
I do not want to talk about this here. And I do not want to talk about this with
Maximilian! So good to see you.
Lucian! I did not know you were coming.
I see you have arrived with Madame Danglars.
Yes, well, I was nearby, so sharing a carriage was easier.
Monsieur le Comte, your taste is as opulent as expected.
Merci, Baron. Madame Danglars, you appear at home already.
This house does seem familiar.
We are here! Oh, we are here. Terrible bumps along the road. Our carriage nearly lost a wheel. But we have arrived. And exactly on time, it seems. Gérard, what are you doing? Come inside, Gérard.
Yes, of course. Greetings, Monsieur le Comte, Debray, Baron Danglars, and...
Maximilian Morel. I am an avid fan of your work.
Quite. Madame Danglars, you seem pale. May I escort you to a chair?
Yes, thank you.
Explain this.
Explain what?
What is the motive here? Why are we in this house?
This house? This is the house? But he couldn't... Who could have possibly...
That is unclear. We shall have to wait.
Are we to dine soon, Count?
There is a final guest to arrive. A newer introduction, but one with much in common with myself.
At last, the Count of Monte Cristo.
Prince Andrea Cavalcanti.
Prince?
Everyone, I present to you Andrea Cavalcanti, an Italian prince I am taking under my wing whilst we are both in Paris.
Grazie. I look forward to getting to know you all.
Prince Cavalcanti has come to Paris in search of a wife.
Among other things, Paris is full of opportunity for those willing to seize it. See?
Prince Andrea Cavalcanti, I am Baron Danglars. I would be honored to assist you with your efforts.
Dinner is ready.
Monsieur le Comte, this is absolutely delicious.
It is like Arabian Nights come to life in France.
An excellent observation, Monsieur Morel. Having limited knowledge of current Parisian trends, I thought my recent travels should serve as inspiration for tonight.
Never have I had sturgeon so fresh.
It is lamprey, Prince. Sturgeon are only caught in the Volga. They would never survive the journey here.
You are both correct. It is sturgeon, and it is also fresh from the Volga.
But how?
I purchased a fish tank and had Bertuccio ship it to the Volga, so the sturgeons could return within it.
I shall have to get myself a fish tank.
I shall have to get myself a Bertuccio.
Monsieur le Comte.
Crown Prosecutor.
Auteuil is a creative choice for someone of your station. There are more fashionable parts of Paris. Why here?
Yes. Why this house?
Initially, I sought only a primary residence, which I found and settled into on the Champs-Élysées. However, a confidant informed me of this property, and upon viewing, I knew I must acquire it as well.
You are a man of discerning tastes. Surely something specific must have caught your attention.
What game is this?
I admit I was romanced with the story of the house.
Story?
Indeed. Perhaps it is easiest if I walk you through it. Literally. This tale is best accompanied by a tour of the house.
Such an eye for art, Monsieur le Comte.
Thank you.
Even in Italia, our schools of art have less majesty than the Belle Case of Paris.
My of-age daughter has made the same observation.
Ah, you have a daughter, Baron?
I host you all tonight because the designs and decoration of my property are complete. But there is one room I have left utterly untouched. Follow me. Thank you, Aide. Of all places in this house, this room carries the most secrets. What happened here is unimaginable. I cannot bear to dwell on it.
What happened here?
Prior to my purchase, this house belonged to a young man. A rising noble who purchased this house after a substantial influx of wealth. Though he initially intended it as a respite from Parisian society, it soon became something else. The man met a woman. Another noble, already married. Her second and current husband was inattentive, and she hungered for more than he offered. The husband did not notice when his wife became a lover. Their careful nature morphed into carelessness, and soon they discovered the consequences of their actions. The woman was with child.
Shameful!
Tragedia.
What happened next?
The lovers were not fools. They knew what would befall them should they be discovered, and so the wife convinces her husband that she is not well, that she must spend time away from Paris to find herself. The husband, oblivious, agrees, and the wife returns to Auteuil in secret. She remains for months. The noble visits when he can, but he rarely stays. They are no longer lovers. They are plotters, schemers, desperate to return to the comfort of their earlier lives. They agree on a singular goal. When the baby comes, it must be disposed.
You don't mean...
Madame, let us find out together.
The night the wife gives birth, it storms. The birth is long, difficult, draining. Yet both wife and child survive. And both wife and noble are devastated. Neither wants to handle the child. Neither wants the responsibility of confronting the consequences of their actions. They agree the child must go. But who does it, and when, and where, and how? They cannot agree.
Take it.
The noble consents. He leaves the wife alone in this very room. In the bed you stand next to, and despite the bassinet on your other side, it is never used. The noble takes the child out of the room, and the wife never sees it again.
But the child!
The child, carried in his father's arms, is brought outside. Look out the window. The noble brings him there, to the base of that tree. And in the rain, he grabs a shovel and digs. The child cries. Its father cannot bear to look. And all the wife knows is that the child is gone, not what its father is about to do. The noble picks up the still wailing child, sees it a final time, yet sees only a threat to him and his lover. He does not think twice as he places the child at the bottom of the pit. And soon, much too soon, the child stops crying, and no sounds emerge from the depths of the earth.
Hermit! Madame Danglars!
What a terrible story!
You say this is true?
It is.
It's a ghost story.
Ghost stories do not have evidence, Monsieur Debray.
And what evidence is that?
The child. How else would he know where the child lay if he did not find the skeleton?
Is this true?
It is.
I think I might faint as well. Catch me, Gérard.
Please, take my arm, madame. Allow me to escort you downstairs.
Yes, we've all had enough stories this evening.
Haide, if you would lead us to coffee in the parlor.
This way.
Baron, Monsieur Debray, allow me to assist the Baroness. Surely a coffee will settle you both. We shall be down momentarily.
Normally I would decline, but...
Perhaps a brandy instead.
Gerard.
Can you stand, Hermine?
Yes. Did you really bury...
Shh. Not here. Call upon me tomorrow.
I will.
Thank you, Count, for your hospitality.
I trust your wife shall be attended to.
Just a small fainting spell.
Unnecessary frights have a tendency to do that.
More persons are drawn to the macabre than not, Monsieur Debray, even though we all claim disdain of it.
Safe travels, all of you.
Madame de Villefort, may I escort you to your carriage?
She is perfectly fine.
Despite that dreadful story, any chance you know who the noble is? Or worse, who the wife is?
I do not.
Well, there's no fun in that.
Madame, if I do find out, I vow I will not keep the information to myself.
I am so glad to have you in my council, Count. Will you call upon us soon?
Assuredly.
Marvelous. Good night to you all.
And to you, Crown Prosecutor?
Yes, quite. Good night.
Monsieur le Comte, you know how to throw a party.
I look at hosting as I do the rest of my obligations. I set out with a singular purpose and achieve it.
It is less impressive than it sounds.
I am not sure I agree.
With time, you will.
You will keep your word? Earlier you mentioned calling.
I will.
Excellent. Julie will be so pleased, but there is no rush. You can absolutely work around your schedule, obligations, priorities, whichever.
Good night, Monsieur Morel.
Yes, good night. Thank you. I will see you soon.
Monsieur le Comte! A marvelous evening. Grazie. Grazie per la meravigliosa accoglienza.
La tua presenza è un dono per entrambi.
Flawless Italian. Eccellente. I am grateful that Lord Wilmore corresponded to introduce us.
As am I. Let us lunch this week, and we shall plan for you to build roots here.
I look forward to it. Buonanotte, bella signora. Into the night we go.
He is preposterous.
He is necessary.
Are all of them? Really?
If everything goes according to plan, yes. Every single one.
Ah, tu pare, signore.
Buonasera.
What are you doing here?
Have you forgotten your old friend, Catarus? Well, maybe now that you're a prince.
Get out of this carriage. Immediately.
You'd throw your old friend out of a moving carriage? After all the history we have, Prince Cavalcanti? Or can an old friend call you by your actual name?
What do you want?
I'm just here for a chat. It's a long ride back to Paris. Plenty of time to tell me what you've been up to and how you're going to cut Catarus in.
What? Were you seen?
Not by anybody that matters.
That's not good enough. We must be more careful than that.
Not good enough. I am not the one who was accused of infanticide.
Keep your voice down. You are overreacting.
I am appropriately reacting. This is not a moment to stay calm. Somebody knows our secret. Somebody knows what we did.
I know that.
Then why are you not panicking?
Because we already know who knows our secret. The more important question is, who wants to use it against us? And why?
Episode 3 of The Count of Monte Cristo was directed by Chloe Wilson. This episode stars Keith Klein as the Count of Monte Cristo, Mauricio Rivera-Borel as Albert de Morcerf, Christian Ledley as Andrea Cavalcanti, Jason Webb as Baron Danglars, Chris Wells as Barrois, James Brodigan as Petruchio, Dinesh Alvis as Catarus, Alex Saragiorgio as Haide, David Magadin as Lucien Debray, Sherry Wishard as Madame Danglars, Enbar Shaw as Madame de Villefort, Kevin Coxa as Maximilien Morel, Rebecca Wei-Chier as Valentine de Villefort, and Akil Wingate as Villefort. Additional voices were provided by Brandon Lawrence, Jack Douglas, Taylor Palmer, and Vanessa Benoit. Episode 3 was written by Chloe Wilson and adapted from the novel The Count of Monte Cristo, written by Alexander Dumas. Production coordination is by Will Unchezo. Editing is by Sean Gray. Sound design is by Rob Gao. Theme music composed and produced by Drew Nichols with guitar performance and additional production and mixing by Jakob Reinhardt and viola performance by Molly Goldman. The Count of Monte Cristo was recorded at Mansion Studios in Brooklyn, New York with head engineer Alexander Benob. Our assistant engineers are Alex Hahn, Carlos Maldonado, Emma Tlesti, Maximilian Horner, Patrick Hurley, Ravathi Rayav-Rajan, Seth Benji Gonzalez, Tobias Pemsler, Truxell Kurt Snyder, and Jume Zhu. More information about The Count of Monte Cristo can be found at littleluckyproductions.com or wherever you listen to podcasts. Thank you for listening.